You don't really want floating islands when you're drawing stuff. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is pretty good, right? You can tell what it is. It's an eye with an eyebrow with it. But something that I want you to experiment with, and I want you to experiment with not just with the facial features, but with everything, right? Maybe with different chunks of the body, is kind of use your shadow pattern to actually connect stuff. Meaning you don't really want, again, this is a principle, not a rule. You don't really want floating chunks of dark. The reason for that is because it might kind of confuse the viewer, but it might form a more solid design if you connect it, right? Forming a bit of a shadow pattern, right? Right now we're using just a black and white right there, but we're kind of merging those together. We're connecting them. And in some cases, it will form a stronger design depending on the style that you're doing. Instead of having tons of little stuff. Or you can kind of use this sort of technique in an area where maybe you need to make the form a little bit more solid. Do you see that? That seems a little bit more solid than this. Again, depending on the style that you're doing, depending on the purpose that you're doing, it can do a lot. That's what I'm saying. I want you to try this out and see if it works for you. Because for some people, it makes all the difference in the world in the style that they're drawing in. They're like, oh, okay, I'm just locking certain shapes in. And you can still have, your floating shapes out there just a bit, but generally you want some larger shape to kind of lock together first as a kind of broad principle of design. And you can kind of see how you can add to this shape. Let's give him a little bit more of an upper eyelid right there. And it doesn't matter if you stick this stuff out there. It's always going to have these large kind of dark shapes to kind of, how do you say that? Anchor you to the drawing. So try that out. Let me know what you think. Don't forget, check out the main website. Take a look. Follow me. I'm, Enrique /Sketch Monster, and I'll see you soon.